Ba ba ba. Ba 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 ba. Hello. I'm a cute little bunny. People often say to me, "You remind us of David Beckham." And I say, see, there's a popular myth that goes around that, you know, bunny rabbits, whilst cute, have no idea how to cuss. Let me assure you that this is an erroneous impression. And actually, we do know how to cuss. We're awesome at it. Yeah, that's right. Now, I know what you're going to say. I actually do, I'm psychic. You dirty bastards. You want me to show you my little bunny rabbit bottom? My answer to you is no. Do you know that's true though? Bunny rabbits, we have got lovely little fluffy bottoms. We do. That's why people often mistake us for Danny DeVito. Did you know Danny DeVito has a lovely, fluffy, little, lovely bottom? He has, which made it very difficult for him in the 1980s. Because people used to like to snort cocaine off of other people's bottoms. In the 1980s. Oh yeah, everybody did it in the 80s. Yeah. Well, the problem was the cocaine would get lost in the hair. What, have I gone too far? I've gone too far, haven't I? Well, the thing to remember is this: if you think I've gone too far, you can go yourself. How's that? Is that all right with you? Because if it's not, I don't care. How's the sensor lady doing all right? Is she all right? Do you know they've got a robot on this show? Do you know what that says to me? That's not much. Anyway, I have to go and, go and do something. I have to pose for a birthday card. Hey, it's a job, all right? See you later, everybody. Bye.
Ladies and gentlemen, Ferguson.
Thanks, everybody. Thanks a lot. Please. All right, thanks. That's great. Thank you. Sit down. Thanks, everybody. That was really awesome. Your job here is now done. You can sit back and relax in the full and certain knowledge that the show is crap and you don't have to do anything. You don't too. Relax. You know these other threatening TV shows that ask you to think or laugh or enjoy? We don't do any of that. It's just me and my friends. My friends, when I call them friends, I mean vagrants from around the Los Angeles area that we've gathered up in our van and brought here. We promise them chicken if they laugh at my jokes. They won't get any chicken. You will. They won't. Really? No, it's... Anyway, guess what kind of day it is? Okay, you're right. It's a great day for America, everybody. That's it. It is a great day for America. It's a great day for a friend of this show, a great American, a living legend, Willie Nelson. He cut off his hair, all of his hair. I know, I was like, wow, Willie, no! I don't know if Willie wanted a new look or he just needed something to make a bong out of quickly, but I'm furious. He looks completely, Willie cut all his hair off. He looks completely different without the... I didn't recognize him with his short hair. Do we have a picture of what he looks like now? Look at this! Do you know that there's a major highway in Greece that's been shut down because they've got a plague of frogs? I know! It's too bad it didn't happen in France. They could have just eaten their way out of it. Ah, what a delicious catastrophe! They don't eat, actually, that's a myth. The French don't eat frogs. They only eat the frogs' legs, and then the little frogs just have to go home like that. Do you know there's a big movie opens today? Movies usually open on a Friday, but this movie is so fabulous. It had to come out on a Thursday. Sex and the City 2, The Legend of Curly's Gold. It opens today. And what? It's just called. These movies are very popular with women and gay men. They should just call this movie Line Up Gays, because they... Actually, that's another movie I've seen. But the movie opened at midnight last night, and it's already made $5 bazillion. People were lining up outside the theatre dressed as their favourite Sex and the City character. And when I say people, I mean me. I was Samantha. I wore a very expensive dress. Let's just say I put the wang in Vera Wang. And I was waiting in line for the movie, but I couldn't get a ticket for the movie. It was sold out, so I walked down to Santa Monica Boulevard, made a couple of bucks, and got a ride home from Eddie Murphy. Hey! Cutting!
Ooh, snap.
Snap is right, girlfriend. How are you tonight? You all right, Jeff?
Jeff need a battery charge. Oh.
Jeff needs... never mind. Anyway, the Sex and the City movie's out, Jeff, and I was in the last one. It was just one scene I was in, and then I was cut out. It was a busty shopaholic on the prowl for Mr. Big. I forget what I played in the movie, it's just that's what I was back then, but... we have my scene that was cut out of the movie. I don't know why they cut it out, so we'll play it and we'll see, you know.
So, the other night, Big and I were talking about, well... we decided to get married.
Something about being over the top. Anyway, I'm not in the new movie, but people think I'm in it, and I understand why, because Liza Minnelli's in it, and people get us confused all the time. We do we have that? We have that split screen thing to make the comparison. Look, see, look. Who's who? Cheeky monkeys. I haven't said cheeky monkeys in ages. I know. Anyway, apparently in the Sex and the City 2, Liza sings a cover version of Beyonce's song Single Ladies. You know, if you like that, you should have put it right. That one, right? And Liza's single now. She used to be married, but she's... Do we have a picture of her ex-husband, David Guest? There he is. He should have put a bra on it, should he? Yeah. I think he looks a bit like Kim Jong-il, actually. Hey. The new Sex and the City movie is a little different from the last one, though. In this movie, the girls go to the Middle East, because if there's any place that's accepting of promiscuous women and their gay friends, it's the Middle East. I don't know what the girls do over there. I think they probably convince Al-Qaeda to throw down their weapons and love America. Oh, Carrie, you've changed my mind with your upbeat approach to modern love. If you like it, then you should have put a ring on it. Goodbye, Jihad. Hello, Manolo. Oh, we can dream. Anyway, the main character in Sex and the City is, of course, Carrie Bradshaw. When the show first started on HBO, I misunderstood. I thought it was about the sex life of Pittsburgh Steeler Terry Bradshaw. Needless to say, I was crushed. Anyway, there's another HBO show that summed up my sex life better. It's called Deadwood. No, it's don't or no chicken. The Sex and the City movies, they're like porn for women, which I think is great. Hollywood doesn't make enough movies for women who are over 30. I think, except for those romantic comedies which are lame. What's the name of that beautiful middle-aged woman that's in those romantic comedies? Hugh Grant. And... But if you're a woman over 30 and you want Hollywood to make more of these movies, then you got to go and see it, because then they'll make money and they'll make more money. Because they call the women the cougars, which is, I don't think that's very nice, actually. I think there should be a more accurate term for a sexy older woman that likes younger men. Something more accurate, like a Betty White. Anyway, we have to do the commercials now, don't we? Yeah. Well, that's all right. You all right, Jeff?
I'm doing my best.
You're really on fire tonight, Jeff. What's the matter with you? You seem a little disconnected tonight. Yeah. All right, we'll take a commercial break. When we come back, I'm going to be naked. Welcome back, everybody. Welcome back. I know what you're going to say. Craig, these lines are meant for the back of the hand. I know. But I can't do it that way. Why? Because I like to do everything round the front. Well, is that some kind of double entendre? Yes. Yes. You see, the reason why I use double entendres is because if you use single entendres, you get fined by the FCC. So I never swear. I never cuss on this show much, and I don't say rude words. There is a rabbit who lives in the building. An English rabbit, who apparently is a bit of a cusser, but he's not around here right now. Quiet, please, cussing English rabbit. What? Stop it! No, you stop it! Look, I understand this is lame, infantile humor, but it's this show. What did you expect? Anyway, I'm very excited about the Sex and the City movie. I am. I'm going to go see it. Because the women in these movies are always gossiping. I don't like that, though. That's something I cannot condone. Ladies, do not gab about a guy's sexual problems over a 3 Cosmo lunch. Do it on the Twitter so I can read about it as well. LOL. I don't know what's the LOL, L-M-A-O-A, laughing my ass off. What's the L-F-M-A-O, and then TTFN, that's another one. Anyway, the characters in the Sex and the City, that's what I like them. I'm interested in these women. They've become iconic, these characters. Everyone knows a Samantha, you know, the oversexed friend who has no problem finding someone new to sleep with every week. Hey, you know who that'd be here? Jeff Peterson.
Oh, dear.
No one can resist his glowing blue eyes. Look, look. Yeah, look at that. Imagine the doorbell rings, you're about to go out on a blind date, the door opens, ladies, and who's standing there but... Your heart would skip a beat. Yeah, he's scary looking. Are you all right?
Oh, snap.
Are you being sarcastic? You're being sarcastic, aren't you, Jeff?
Oh, snap.
You know, I can't read him. Do you ever do that when you think, you know, I do that when talking to, usually I have to say, it's usually when I'm talking to friends who are ladies, lady friends, not lady friends like that, because, you know, but I mean, like friends who are ladies when they say, he said this, what do you think he means? And I'm like, he means what he said. Like he said he doesn't want to see me anymore, but I think he has a fear of intimacy. I say, he may well have a fear of intimacy, but he doesn't want to see you anymore. That's... You're going straight to the subtext. What you want to do is look at the text. The text is the headlines. You don't go straight to the subtext and go, oh, I think he's, you know, he's afraid. You go, yes, he's afraid, but so what? You know, the... Anyway, maybe that's just me. Commercial break again. Jeez. I was going to say on cable we wouldn't have this problem, but we would. They have commercials on cable. Not on premium cable, though. HBO, what else is premium? Showtime? Oh, Showtime's owned by CBS. We could do a show on Showtime. I'd be able to say, uh-oh. We'll be right back with the emails and the tweets, everybody. We'll be right back. Welcome back to the show. What time is it, Jeff?
Once again, it's tweets and email time.
Do the jingle, then.
Euro trashes and Euro litter. Get on the dance floor and shake your Twitter. Bum, 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 bum. Check the tweets.
Plus emails. Do, 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 do. All right, let's see what we got here. This is a tweet from Bernard in San Diego in California. Bernard or Bernard? I'm never quite sure how to pronounce it. There's different ways of pronouncing it depending on whether you're pretentious or not. So I'll say Bernard. This is from Bernard in San Diego. He says, "Hi, Craig. Have you ever stayed in a haunted house or hotel? I'm Scottish. I grew up in a haunted house / hotel. The whole country is haunted. Like, you go to school in the morning, you're like, you're like, yeah, all right. And remember, once I went to a wedding in Scotland with my wife, and we stayed in this hotel, and in the middle of the night, this mirror was going, whoa, like that. And she's like, there's a ghost. And I went, it's Tootsie Fruit. Scotland? Of course there's a ghost. Go back to sleep. I didn't say that. I was kind and caring and listened to her about her feelings. It was before we were married. This is from Callie in Dresden, Ohio. Dresden, Ohio? All right. Callie says, what are some dorm room necessities that I should bring to college? You'll need something for holding beer in pot. And, you know, something to study with. Depends what you're studying, really, at college. If you're studying to be a doctor, you'll need a sanctimonious attitude. You bring that one. If you're studying to be a lawyer, you'll need that thing that you signed with the devil. All right, right, this is from Lavelle in Paso Robles in California. Lavelle says, Dear Craig, can I bum a ride to Vegas with you on June the 4th? Ass, crash, or gas or something. And, you know that nobody rides for free thing? Ass, gas, or cash? You never heard that? Oh, yeah, you put it on your car when you're driving along in case, you know, because nothing says safe ride to someone who looked at hitchhiking than when it says in the window, ass, cash, or grass, nobody rides for free. You never seen that? Maybe it's just me. Anyway, you know, it's a great way to meet serial killers. Nothing like hitchhiking to meet the serial killers.
Come on in. Put the lotion in the basket. Put the lotion in the basket. Where are you going? Where are you going? Going to Vegas? Was she a great big fat person?
Freaked myself out there a little bit. All right, this is from Amber in Sauk Rapids. Sauk Rapids? Oh, I wish I had Sauk Rapids. Sauk Rapids is when you can take your socks off really fast. Craig, recently it has been abnormally hot in Minnesota, and I was wondering, do you have any tips to cool down? Yeah, you want to take your socks off, quickly.
You going to Vegas? Sure, I'll take you. Whoa.
Man, that movie is creepy, isn't it? Jeez. Oh, we have to do the commercials now, which is great, because that's the most wholesome part of the show. We'll be right back, everybody. We'll be right back. Welcome back to the big show where we celebrate the serial killers of the past. Nothing funny about that, Craig. Well, it'll fit in with everything else then, won't it? My first guest tonight is an actor. He's in a new film called The Special Relationship. Ooh! Which premieres on HBO. Oh, there's probably cussing in it on May the 29th. Take a look at this.
You just asked whether my support, my friendship, is a politically risky strategy. I've worked with President Clinton for some 9 months. I have found him throughout someone I could trust, someone I could rely upon, someone I'm proud to call not just a colleague, but a friend.
That's beautiful.
Please welcome my friend Michael Sheen, everybody. Michael Sheen. They're very nice. The thing to do, first of all, let me just say, it's lovely to see you.
And you.
And your beard looks very nice.
Thank you very much.
And the audience loves you too, but they're just happy to be in the warm and get the promise of chicken.
Yeah. Where's my chicken? I always laugh at your jokes.
Ah, but you're meant to in a professional way. You don't do it for chicken, you do it for the love of the chicken.
It's true.
There's no chicken for them either, just the promise of chicken. It's different.
Okay. I have a few bones to pick with you.
Chicken bone?
Chicken bones,
yeah. What's wrong?
Well, since my last appearance here,
right.
I thought the understanding was that I was going to be your new sidekick.
Oh, dear.
Yeah. Well, I rather thought you were doing rather well, what with being a movie star. I didn't know you wanted to be my sidekick.
I think we should introduce some kind of sidekick exam or test. And I would like to go head-to-head with Mr. Peterson over there.
All right, well, here's a test then. Can you do a convincing George Takei impression? That's very important.
Would it help if I knew who George Takei was?
Mr. Sulu in Star Trek.
Oh, I see. Oh, snap.
All right.
Snap.
Oh, hey. I think Jeff took that round.
Yeah.
I need this job.
I know. Don't worry about it. He's just messing with you. He's messing with you. He's doing fine. He's got a proper career. I've seen this special relationship thing. I saw it. I watched it. I got the DVD of it. There's no cussing in it at all, hardly.
I say bollocks at one point.
That's not really cussing. That's
Is that
just
not cussing?
no. It's an Elizabethan word for testicles. That's not really.
Since I've spent my time in America, people don't seem to think the word I'm about to say is a swear word.
What is
Whereas
it?
in Britain, people kind of find it a bit rude.
What is it?
But here, people say wanker, as if it's like, that's just fine.
Yeah, it is. You know what else is fine?
What?
Fanny.
As in fanny pack.
Sure.
Have you met my pack of fannies?
Yeah. Sex in the City too. Come on. Yeah. That makes us Americans now. We did that. Yeah. Whoa,
Snap.
good for us. Yeah, snap. Come on, Jeff.
Ooh, snap.
Yeah.
Shut it!
Yeah. Let it go, Jeff. Let it go. That's right. You tell him, Michael.
I'm in Sex in the City too.
Are you really?
Yeah. I was in a scene that was cut out as well. I play Big's younger brother, Medium.
Oh, really?
In fact, actually saying that, when I was growing up and I was a kid in Wales, and I used to play a lot of football, soccer, you know it as.
Yes.
I used to play, when I was about 12, there was a guy on another team, Margam, they were called Margam Boys Club, and they had a guy playing on their team whose nickname was Biscuit, which is quite a good nickname.
It's a good nickname, yeah, you're right.
And many years
sounds
later...
a bit gay, actually, to be honest.
Well, all right. Well, listen, many years later, he had a younger brother who started playing as well, and he was nicknamed Crumb.
Ah,
Isn't that nice?
that's adorable.
It's a nice story.
No. Makes me feel happy and warm inside.
Yeah.
It's not only just alcoholism and misery over there, is it? No. It's all sorts of other fun
cute
being
nickname,
had as well. Do you know what I watched since the last time you were here? I watched Fabuloso. Fantabuloso. The Fantabulosa.
Yes.
And it was the biopic you did of the British comedian Kenneth Williams.
Yes.
Who I was a great fan of. Nobody knows who he is here, but he was very, very...
My greatest performance, no one knows who he is over
It is a fantastic performance.
Yeah.
May I say, though, we see a fair amount, and this is going to send the DVD sales through the roof, we see a fair amount of your penis in that movie.
It's true.
I mean, I'm not kidding. All you people that only know Michael from the Twilight movie, you can see his penis in the BBC production of Fantabulosa.
When you say a fair amount of my penis, do you mean just the first few feet?
All of it.
Right.
All of it.
There is a scene, actually it's not in Fantabulosa, there's another film I did which is called, it's not porn, but it's called Dirty Filthy Love. It sounds like porn, but it's not porn. I play
What makes it different from other porn? It's got a story.
It's got a story.
All right,
exactly.
fair enough, right.
Yeah, and there are quite a few wigs in it.
That doesn't make it different.
No, that's true.
All right.
But they're on the top of my head. But there's a scene in that. There's a scene in that where I'm in the bath.
Right.
And I've got very poorly, very ill.
Right.
And I'm in the bath, and the water's very dirty water because I've been living like a vagrant, like your audience.
No, like the audience.
Looking for chicken.
Yeah.
And at one point, I believe the Sheen galleon hoves into view.
Oh, really?
A little bit because of the water.
Up Periscope, as they say, yeah.
My daughter Lily, who's 11, always says, "Daddy, is that the film where your willy comes to the surface of the water?" I don't want people to see that.
Well, you know what happens, though? If it floats, that means it's dead.
Or it has a lot of oxygen in it.
Or it's not a witch. Or it is a witch.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm never quite sure, yeah. Anyway, Kenneth Williams, though...
Put a spell on you, though, didn't it?
Oh, yes, it did, yeah. Right, you done?
Yeah.
All right, so the Kenneth Williams, so did you ever meet Kenneth? I don't think you ever did you?
No, I never met him.
No, I never did either.
Grew up watching him on TV.
Yeah, me too, yeah. He was very... I suppose the best way to describe him to an American audience, he was kind of a bit in the kind of Benny Hill mode, I suppose. Yeah.
Now, what is the fascination with Benny Hill in America? I don't understand.
Ladies' breasts. They don't think he's funny. It's just that it was a time when you couldn't see breasts on TV otherwise, and then they would get the Benny Hill show and there'd be ladies' breasts, and everyone would be like, well, he's not funny, but look, there's everywhere.
Is it that, or is it the slapping bald-headed old men on the head? There was a lot of that going on.
There was a lot of that, yeah. Might be that too, to be honest. Although that's been allowed in America for some years now, yeah.
Well, I believe
that came over with a Mayflower. That's how they...
That's why they like basketball so much.
That's right.
It used to be a sport.
Basketball was invented by Benny Hill types. It was like...
Basketball was invented by a group of very short, bald-headed men.
Right.
Who just liked being patted by very tall black men.
Practice on us, practice on us. All right then, all right.
And then the law came out. I think it was Arizona that invented the law.
Right.
And then they got rid of the bald men and then introduced the basketball instead.
That's right, yeah.
That's why you see a lot of That's why you see a lot of players going, it's not as much fun as the old days, is it?
No. Back in the day, it was really something. We used real people then. Have you ever hitchhiked to Vegas and met a serial killer?
It's funny you should say that.
Is it?
No, I haven't.
You want to go out hitchhiking out there in Nevada? That's a laugh.
I once drove through the desert.
Yeah.
On a horse with no name. No, I once drove through the desert with my two best friends to go to Vegas, and halfway.
Wait. Your two best friends? I wasn't there.
Well, this was before the days of Antonio Banderas.
Yeah, he was on the other night.
You love him.
I do, yeah. Have you ever met him?
No, I've not met him.
Yeah, well, will you wait till you meet him?
Did you?
He's dreamy. He's just dreamy. I mean, I'm not gay, but whoa.
Well,
yay.
Had you seen Sex and the City 2 before you met Antonio Banderas?
No. Is he in Sex and the City too?
No, but I'm just wondering, there's a pattern emerging here.
What's the pattern then?
Well,
Dr. Sheen.
You see Sex and the City 2.
Right.
You fall in love with Antonio Banderas from Andalusia.
Yeah.
And then we see you in Sex and the City 2 wearing a dress.
I've been wearing dresses a lot longer than that.
What, longer dresses?
Yeah. No. And then you're going to Las Vegas with your two friends, then?
Yeah. So
Right.
we're driving through the desert, and we get a couple of hours into it, because it's a big desert. And I said, I was going through my Jim Morrison phase at the time, which means I was head to toe in black leather.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
And I suggested that maybe we stop the car, because it was like watching the desert on a TV screen. It was sort of it felt a bit disconnected.
Yeah.
So, much like Jeff.
Yes.
And so I suggested we get out of the car and have a little wander around in the desert.
That's a really stupid idea.
I realised that once I'd walked head to toe in black leather out into the desert a little way and started seeing these holes in the ground. And then one of my friends suggested that this is where the snakes live. And then I realised we were a long way from the car. Exactly.
Yeah.
Then.
I'll just add that there for a bit of, background to the story.
Okay. And so we're wandering around, and I suddenly thought, we're a long way from civilization, surrounded by rattlesnakes, and I'm head to toe in black leather. And so we got back in the car and left. Although I went quite quickly into the car, and I haven't seen my two best friends since. I think they're still out there somewhere.
Really?
Yeah.
You left them there?
I left them
in the
there,
desert?
in my panic.
When they find you, they'll kill you. That's what happens, because you've got the gold, haven't you?
I am.
You found the gold, and then you left your friends in the desert, and they're going to find you. But maybe they're dead, and their ghosts will find you. Maybe one of their ghosts is a skeleton standing behind a podium.
Oh, dear.
Probably not. No,
bizarrely, that sounds very like Kenneth Williams, the guy who I played in Fantabuloso.
He does sound a bit like Kenneth Williams, yeah. And, he's about the same body type as well, actually.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I had to lose a lot of weight, but this man was very skinny, very thin.
Man.
And I went on, I filmed it just after we filmed The Queen.
Right.
When I played Tony Blair.
So you played the Queen, and then?
Exactly.
Yeah.
And all the way through The Queen, I was trying to lose weight. So when I went on to play Kenneth Williams, I was skinny. But because you film everything out of sequence, when I watch The Queen now, I can go, oh, fat Blair, thin Blair, fat Blair, thin Blair. Because I was getting skinnier as it was going along.
Do you sit and watch your old films to see what weight you are?
Every night.
Really?
Doesn't everyone?
I find that endearing.
Do you?
Yeah, I know. Is the beard for a film, or are you just...
The beard is just to make me look more Andalusian for you.
You like Antonio Banderas. I was surprised. I thought he would be pompous. He's not at all.
No, he seems like good fun.
Very, very nice man. He smells great.
Does he really? Could we, next time he's on, could we have scratch and sniff cards at home?
Can we have that? You're saying yes, but your eyes are saying no. In fact, your eyes are saying go to commercial break. Yeah. Did we do everything we needed? Did we plug the movie? It's a good movie, The Special Relationship. I've seen it. You play Tony Blair.
I do.
That's easy.
Yeah?
For you, I mean.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I mean, you do it. You've done it twice, no?
I do it in my sleep.
Yeah. Do you really?
Quite literally, I do it in my sleep. Yeah.
Do you ever get naked and have a bath and pretend you're the former Prime Minister of the United Kingdom?
As my Prime Minister's galleon hoves into view. Just the first few feet.
Yeah, the first couple of feet, yeah. Right, well, we're out of time. You
right.
better get out of here.
Okay.
Yeah.
If I was your sidekick, I'd say something witty now.
I wish you were. Yeah, he's... Wit and participation are not his strong points.
I'm doing my best.
Yeah, right. Michael Sheen, everybody, we're right. Are here performing compliments from their new hit album Infinite Arms. Please welcome Band of Horses, everybody. Band of Horses. Wow, that was good. Do you know, whenever something good happens in this show, I'm like, how did that get in? Wow, a DJ cat that can do that thing with its tail? I smell spin-off. Well, we didn't learn much in the show tonight, other than Michael Sheen apparently has a penis that's enormously buoyant.